Only know because I get talking and then I forget to hit record. So we want to make sure people have a playback.
We got it. All right. Yeah. In the chat, let's get some what are we grateful for going here, guys and gals. All right. What do we got? Read some of these. You're all good. Now you're putting them in too fast. Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. They
Good.
were slow before. Now they're just cranking out.
All right. Supportive team. Love it. Opportunities to bless others. Kelly, let's go. I love it. Grateful for opportunities the career's brought me. Yes. Let's go. Focus. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I like focus.
Family, supportive family. That's amazing. Happy that the sun is out in northern Utah. I'm happy when the sun's out where I live also. Um, we have awful weather here, so I'm really glad when it's good. I'm being a little sarcastic. I live in San Diego. We have good weather all year. Um, Cat 5 hurricane. Holy cow. Okay. Well, Tara's
Got
winning
a listing
today.
sign today. You.
Grateful to be a part of the group. Oh, Grace. We're grateful that you're a part of the group. And got a listing sign. Ramil, what's up? Tell us about this listing. That's awesome.
You couldn't hold them off till January?
Yeah, this one doesn't count, buddy. Are we counting it when it's signed, or are we counting it when it hits the market, or are we counting when it closes?
Signed listing agreements.
All
Signed
right.
listing agreements.
All right. Ramil, just post date it, man.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna do an amendment to our listing agreement. Nope, sorry, not how it works. Not how it works.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Well, good. All right. Well, welcome everybody. My name's Ryan. We got Danny and Sandy on here. I
What's
guess
up?
I randomly decided I was going to say hi to everybody. So I'm going to turn it over to Sandy and let her hop in
I'll
here.
just say hi. Hi, everybody. I think we've got Paul and Jennifer. We've got a couple new names that are popping up
Mhm.
that we're not familiar yet. So, guys, we'd love these calls if you're in a safe space to be able to take your cameras online so we can see your beautiful smiles and get to know your faces in this group. That's always incredibly helpful. We know how that feels. You can see the ones who've been here many times, cameras are on, and we actually love that. Yeah, so just want to say hi. Glad you all showed up again today. Um, Danny's got a great teaching training conversation for us today. But this, I just a kind of little reminder, these fireside chats, we're here to bring you some incredible value, something you can apply to your business, whether or not you've joined the challenge registry, the challenge that starts in January, if you're not quite registered yet. A lot of faces on here are, I'd say majority are. So we're here to bring you some value today. And also we will spend a little bit at the end explaining a little bit about the challenge. And if you have some questions, because maybe you have some apprehension or you just need some clarity, we're here for that as well a little bit later in the call. So I will turn it over to Danny with his topic of training for today.
What's going on, guys? How we doing? So I'm super stoked about 2026. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm taking on this challenge myself. Hopefully gonna gross a lot of money next year. But one of the things that it's forcing me to do is audit everything that I've already done. And I have all these business planning clinics that I'm trying to attend that I have attended for coming up next year. And a lot of the time, we actually don't take the time to go super granular on the back end stuff that we have going on.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like literally right before I got on this call, I just canceled our AI text through Ylopo because we haven't seen a return on it in 12 months. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to keep paying $450 a month for this AI chat. So it got me thinking about what I can bring to this call today, and it's going to be important for us to get this challenge launched and get like all of our stuff right. So Sandy's going to do a wonderful job once we start this journey about showing us how she took 103 listings in 10 months. What are the systems behind that? What are the templates behind that? What is she doing to keep in front of these sellers? She's going to give us all that.
Hmm.
But she's not going to say, "Hey Danny, go to your website and make sure it doesn't look like shit." right? She's probably not going to do that. So I thought today would be a really great time for us to go down a quick list. It'll probably take
I
about
love it.
15 minutes of just stuff that I've written out that I'm auditing already or
Mm.
going to audit, and some of the things that you should really think about and take away. And some of them are business, and some of them are financial, and some of them are a little personal. But they're all things that I think we need to look at, audit, and tweak, right? We have the time. Nobody's talking to us in the next 3 weeks. Like we know clients aren't reaching out to us. Yes, we still need to be prospecting. Alex knows this. He's on this call. Alex knows I'm prospecting every morning. I have to do 100 database dials today, or I owe him $1,000. That's a true accountability measure I put in this morning. Um,
Love that. I'll
uh,
take anybody's money. I'll
um,
also take anyone's money.
that's the level we're
Make
playing
a
at.
deal.
But anyways, so we're still prospecting, okay? But while we're not getting bombarded by escrows or clients during this kind of slower chapter, we should be auditing and we should be tweaking our systems and
Mm.
getting them up to date and up to speed so we're ready when Sandy starts kicking our butt come January. So
And speak for yourself. I still have 9 closings this month, so
I
we're
mean,
still
I'm still gonna bring.
going.
I don't even. I'm bringing in six figures this month, so I'm not closing stuff, Sandy.
All right.
Okay, so
Don't stop working. No say, we're
so
not stopping working.
all right, so the first thing I wrote down was what IDX search are you using? Where is that linked to, and how are you utilizing it?
Mm,
So
go
does
on.
everybody have an IDX search set up through their website for their buyers?
Does anyone not know what an IDX search is? That's okay if you don't know what that is. We all know, we're all good. We all know what an IDX search
Yeah,
is.
so it's basically the search platform that you're utilizing to set buyers up when they come into your life, right? That links to MLS that looks prettier, that you control, right? And the reason why this is so important is because we want to keep them off Zillow and keep them off Redfin, right? So every single buyer, this is just a rule that you better follow forever if you're not following it. Every freaking buyer that comes in your life goes on an IDX search. They go into your search, whether that's Real Scout, YLOPO, or whatever other platform you're using. They need to go on a search because if they don't, where are they searching for homes?
Mhm.
Zillow. And then what are they going to do when they see a home they want to tour? They're going to click the button. Okay. I have lost buyers, active buyers, because they did that exact thing. And I'm talking about like a $20,000, $30,000 commission, like no joke. So every buyer goes on a search no matter what. You meet a buyer at an open house, you put them on a search, right? Everyone. So, anyways, audit your IDX search and audit how you're utilizing it. So, like, how are you using your IDX search in a more powerful manner, right? We pay several $100s a month to have these going. Why aren't we sending this out to our database and saying, hey, set your customized search up on my IDX search, right? What are you doing with this tool? And then how does it look? Like go in and look at your IDX search and make sure you're happy with it. Like I just went through the full side of the buyer side when I send out my stars link for YLOPO and went through it, and it's okay. It's okay. It's not great. I still like Redfin and Zillow search platform better. That's why a lot of the consumers use it, guys. Just so you know, if you send them your MLS search, they're probably not going to use it and they're probably going to go back to Redfin and Zillow. So it's important for you to take tabs on your buyers and what they like. Hey, give me some feedback on that search platform. Do you like it? Da, da, da. If they say no, I want to use Zillow or Redfin, I don't put up a fight. I set the expectation and I just say, hey, that's totally fine. Just make sure when you see a home, you text me the link. You don't press get a tour. I say that out loud. Right. Okay. So the first thing was IDX search. Just audit your IDX search. Take 5 minutes to look at that. Um, the second thing, website audit. Okay. You don't need the best looking website. You don't need a perfect website, but if someone clicks on it, all the buttons should work. So I just did this last week and my home valuation tab wasn't working. So if someone clicked on that and said they want a home valuation, that wasn't working. So go to your website. Don't use the my baby is cute filter. Use the I'm a consumer coming to this person's website and what do I think?
Mhm.
Okay. So be very judgy on your stuff. Be very judgy on your stuff. Be very critical of what your stuff looks like from a consumer standpoint. Yeah, Ryan.
Hey, I love this. Dang, Danny. So let me share a lesson that my wife learned with starting a company, not real estate, right? But how many of you have an Instagram account? How many of you have ever bought something through Instagram? How many
Unfortunately.
buttons did you have to push to get to? transaction closed.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right. Two. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
3. So look at your website through that. How many times do I have to click a button to get to a contact me, get started, let's get this party going form, if that's what you're using? So look, I love the way Danny's presenting this, but look at that through the lens of Instagram or Facebook or whatever of can my customer, my new client, get to where I need them to go with no more than 2, maybe 3 clicks.
Hmm.
I don't know if Danny's frozen or whether
No, I'm looking at my Stand Store link. Just the thing.
Dang, you are frozen.
No, I'm literally like, how many buttons does it take? So mine is 3. So
This, yeah.
you click my Stand Store button,
Hmm.
then you click book a call with me, then you have to book the call. So
Mhm.
technically that is a little rub. But I would look at everything just like that because
Hmm.
seriously, guys, we are moving so fast that the attention speed of our consumer is so short these days. You have to assume that any friction, they're just going to bail,
Hmm.
right? Okay, this is beautiful.
Hmm.
That actually segues me. Audit your social media accounts, right?
Oh,
Audit
yeah.
your social media accounts. Once again, go out there, look at it from a consumer standpoint. What does it show? Right? What are they looking at? What's the first page looking at? These are all things, guys, you can do instead of watching Netflix at night. Okay?
Yeah.
These are
I have a
things,
little,
yeah.
I have a little tidbit on that when you're done before you move to the next
Yeah.
number.
Just let me just scream at them like I do.
Yeah.
So I'm so good at
Do
screaming.
it. Do
Um,
it.
I'm so good at keeping it real with my people. So truthfully, we spend too much time bullshitting at night. Take the time. I bet you could
Yeah.
do all this tonight, just tonight.
Yeah.
Take the time to do this audit and make it real. And if you need assistance with like layout or anything like that, like reach out to someone who has something that you like the look of, right? You may not like the look of my Instagram. My Instagram is kind of realtor focused, but go to someone's Instagram that you really like and say, "Hey, how did you do this?" Right? And just reach out. Most of the time, the people who are successful will help you.
Yeah. We have a
And
whole month in the challenge dedicated to social media. So the fact that we can do an audit ahead of time is actually going to be really good because once we dive into that month, we're going to kind of do a quick audit, in the beginning, and then we're going to get really, really heavy into content creation, how to use different platforms, best practices. One thing I learned, and it's very interesting to me. I don't know if everybody remembers Jonathan Hawkins. Whew, lots of names going way, way back. But I went to a mastermind one time with him. This has to be 7 years ago. And he was kind of like a back end code guy. Like he was on like the SEO, like way before like we started having to control SEO. Like like it was really like back end tech nerd. And he framed it like this to me and it stuck. And this is how I like to explain your audit for your social media, all your different profiles, all the things that you're on. The code is a system of numbers, letters, and symbols. If you are on Instagram, your name is Sandy Payne, capital S, capital P, with one space between. That is a certain sequence of code. Okay. If I wanted to be cute and then on Facebook, I was like, oh, everybody's like lowercase or TikTok, like everybody's all lowercase on TikTok. I'm going to go lowercase s, lowercase p, right? So everything's lowercase. This is a different set of code. So when people are searching you, every way that you put your name, your title, your team name, your brand, whatever your phrase, your bio, like all the little things inside of all your profiles need to be exactly the same. If there's a comma after your city on one, but not a comma after before your after your city on another address somewhere, it's two separate code. So the internet does not understand that you are one and the same. It believes you are one in many. You are all different people. You are different Sandy Panes on all these platforms. So be really cognizant when you're going through these audits. Take a look at your profiles. Are they exactly the same as possible on every single platform? So the internet says, wait a minute, this Sandy Payne person, she's here, she's here, she's here, she's here, she's on YouTube, she's here, she's on all these different places with the exact same code. That's how it's reading your data. That's how the data is being processed inside of the internet in these platforms. So, no time to be cute. Figure out who you are, know who you are, and be the same person on all the platforms. That's just another little something to do in your social audit. That way, you're going to get more exposure all of a sudden because now they're going to be like, wait a minute, this person's everywhere. We probably need to start showing her to more people because she's taking up more space as a piece of code on the internet. That's how does that, and your at names, your handles, like all those things. Try to get them the same if you can make them the same.
Awesome. Yeah, and I just learned that the AI models that they have inside of Google and all these things are
Mhm.
they now audit images too.
Mhm.
So really creepy stuff. But in short, all of the everything that you're mentioning in text and image now, it's
Mhm.
now being scraped to best serve the consumer. So when
Yes.
you are writing out your content, when you're writing out what you're writing out, like number one, it has to be natural language. It no longer can be chunky language like homes for sale in San Jose. Um, I don't know if that's a good example, but in bottom line is it should be all natural language as well. And they're all scraping all that stuff. So it's all important.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Once again, we're going to go over a lot of this stuff during the challenge, but I do want
Mhm.
us to
Mhm.
at least get a base going in December. So like when we roll out and we're doing all our open houses, we have the templates ready to go, which segues me into my next little thing here. What are your deliverables? So when you are going to your open house, are you winging your flyer every single week, right? Or is it a flyer that you can basically plug and play and rinse and repeat every single weekend, right? Just last week, I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of open houses. Just last weekend, my wife, who helps me with my virtual assistant team, says, "Hey, what do you want on your back of your flyer that you're dropping off at the doors?" And I just said the same thing that I wanted last weekend on the back of the flyers, right? So, how of course we can tweak stuff, and of course we're going to listen to Sandy's professionalism when we get into this challenge, but at least have some sort of templates for your open houses, your door drops, your door hangers, your event flyer, your whatever you are doing in your marketing world, please at least have some standard templates that you can just tap into really quickly. Like it takes what, 15 minutes to build a decent flyer.
Mhm.
Build yourself a nice templated out thing so that you can lean on that when you start getting busy.
And be the same person. Like I'm a very creative person and I look back at some of my marketing and my deliverables from years ago and it's like every time I made something it was like different. Like brand isn't different. The Nike swoosh is the Nike swoosh and will always be the Nike swoosh. It's not backwards, it's not upside down, it's not flipped the other direction. Like we are going to get bored of our deliverables feeling boring and repetitive before the consumer is. It's part of your brand. You have to be recognizable. Like Ryan finally got professional headshots and photos done. It took me an hour to go into all of the back end of our Canva and change every one of his pictures because anything from this point forward has to be Ryan's beautiful, sexy new suave headshots that he got versus the other ones. So make sure you have a couple good little headshots if you just need one or two and just keep using them in the same place. All your profile pictures, again, you want to recognize it. You want to just get to where everybody's just recognizing who you are.
And for those of you on a weight loss journey, be prepared to take new photos in 90 days
Hell yeah.
because you're gonna have a new look, girl or guy. So okay, so deliverables, right? Get our deliverables tight, right? If you don't like your business card, is there anyone who doesn't like their business card in here? Anybody who's like doesn't like their business card? Anyone? Okay, it's just a funny thing to bring
Now I
up.
have to get them reprinted now that I have the sexy headshot.
Yeah, there you go. So if you're like ashamed of something that you're putting out, like go fucking fix it. It
Fix
takes
it.
seconds, guys. Like have a sexy look to yourself. Have a clean look, right? Whenever you get, and I know this is a funny topic, but whenever you get a nice flyer or a nice business card, it hits different.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you're being judged at your open houses by sellers coming in, looking at the listing at your open house. They're thinking this is this person's listing. They're looking at your flyer, they're looking at your business card, they're listening to the music you're playing or lack thereof, the number of signs you're putting out, right? How are we showing up? Okay. Uh, not a fun topic, but one that is a serious one is how are we set up with our bank accounts?
Oh.
So, are we, I know some of us are guilty of this in here because I was guilty of it for far too long. How are we set up with our bank accounts? How are your checks hitting your account?
Mm.
What accounts are they going into? Do we need to talk to a CPA before this year starts quickly? A financial advisor, whatever you need to do. Um, have your bank accounts set up correctly, right? Have your financial systems set up correctly. My wife and I like to I like to bring up all my failures so you guys can learn, but it's like we are planned every single weekend, every single Sunday to have a financial audit in the evening. It's not fun, but every single evening, now every single Sunday that we do that financial audit, we learn something about our accounts. We see something new that we need to cut out, right? Or that we shouldn't have spent money on. And it's just a higher form of accountability for your finances. So take the time to see what your credit cards look like, your bank accounts. If you need to shut accounts down, if you need to open accounts, if you need to open a high yield savings account and you haven't, go do it. This is the time.
Mhm.
Um,
If you're like you just have everything on the credit card and you don't watch, you really want to know what you're being charged for, cancel your credit card.
I always love doing that.
Cancel
Cancel,
your credit card.
cancel all your credit cards.
And then when they call you or you start getting the emails like, hey, your card's not running, you can make a decision right there on whether or not you want to resubscribe. We have a lot of 5.99s, 3.99s, little. I have like a font. I use it all the time though, but like a little font in my apps. It's like $3.99. But if you signed up for these like little impulsive things, but you're not using them, that's it's a good way to really start looking at those things because it really adds up.
Side note, there's a way to just go into your Apple iPhone and look at all the subscriptions you have. If you don't know how to do that, Google that and go just look at your subscriptions you have. You can cancel a lot of subscriptions right on your iPhone. Okay, last thing I have before we can chat real quick. What are, and this is kind of part of the business planning thing that you're probably going to do somewhere if you're doing a business plan thing, but really be clear about your health goals moving into the year. I think it's just a really important time of the year to look back at your year and just be honest with yourself about what you did or did not accomplish in your health sector. Um, and then be very serious moving forward. And one of the ways you can be very serious moving forward is by joining some sort of accountability group or partnering with somebody, right? Sandy, Vija Williams, we're going on a Spartan race in the spring or late spring, and um, you know, putting things on your calendar that are going to make you uncomfortable and just getting an understanding of where you want to go in your health journey. I think this is just such it's the best month of the year, right? Because we just came off Thanksgiving, we're all eating like crap. So to get serious with what you want to accomplish in 2026 and just having that written out, having a clear mindset of it, right? And then trying to set up some sort of, like my accountability today that I'm doing my 100 dials for $1,000 to Alex if I don't send proof of that. It's a heavy form of accountability. So
Mhm.
try to find ways that you can set your health journey up correctly, right? Anyone love eating sugar? I'm really, really, really bad at that. That's like my thing. Um, like, what is our plan going into 2026 regarding sugar? You know, I know that's a super funny sentence, but um, for people who eat sugar, it's a very real thing, dude. It's a very addictive thing. And so finding those things that can help you towards this 0 to 100 listing challenge, right?
Mm.
Every little thing is going to matter.
Yeah.
Every little thing
Yep.
is going to matter. So that's my spiel for today. I just wanted to
Love
take
it.
a moment and I'm sure there's many arenas in your life that you can kind of seep
Mhm.
into with this philosophy and theme of auditing in December, especially with all the business planning clinics around. Like there's going to be a lot of things that you get uncovered, but Um, let's take a moment to just share. I love sharing ahas because it opens it up to the field to chat about. So let's just share three quick ahas. Come off mute real quick. Share an aha you just had where you feel exposed or you feel like you're going to take action on something. This is the time to ball hog and be accountable for yourself.
I'll go first.
Sandy.
Dude, the IDX thing. See, I don't work with a lot of buyers. Like, I don't prospect buyers. So I'm like a super guilty person. I'm just like, I of putting in my MLS, but I don't put them automated. So I will caveat that a lot of times I don't put them on searches because I search for them. I try to actually get them off of searches once they get connected with me. It's my turn to do the searching. You have told me you've looked, you've established a baseline of criteria, you know what's out there, you know the prices and what you're getting. We're going to have a conversation about that. And then I would ask you to get off of all of your searches. Let me now go through the lists and figure out what homes meet your criteria that you've established through your searching. I will curate the homes that I think best fit your needs, and then we'll go look at them.
Okay, she's just that's well, whatever. Listen, okay, that's not what I'm doing. So, and it's
So
great.
I will say, I
It's
don't
great.
know. I don't send
So
anybody to my
here,
website to
here's the
search.
thing. Here's the thing. One of the great things about having a buyer set up on a search, and this is my training that I got
Mhm.
through is the Zillow Flex program. This is exactly what you're supposed to do with every single lead that you get when you're on a Zillow Flex, when you're running a Zillow Flex team. Um, when you're running a Zillow Flex team, they tell you every single buyer goes on a search. And the reason why every single buyer goes on a search is because some buyers are C buyers and some buyers are A buyers. And the C buyers, when they're on that search, you don't have to be on top of them, right? You can see when they click on a listing on your IDX search, and then you get to call them. So it makes the process of not letting buyers slip through the cracks like much easier, right? And so if you have this IDX search, you just throw everyone in there. It just becomes that's what you do, right? That's the system. So definitely have your IDX search set up. Definitely put everyone on it. And if you're going to be as crazy as Sandy is and doing manual searches for every single buyer, like at least you have a backstop with the IDX search being there. So if you lose
Mhm.
track of a buyer lead, there's something there to catch it, right? Instead of Zillow. That's the
Mhm.
difference.
With that being said, though, I'm actually on my website right now looking because my agents, you know, most of our team agents are heavy buyer. So I'm taking number one, and I'm going to make sure that that is functional.
And if you're
And
running a
that,
team, yeah, Sandy's a bring up a really good point. If you're running a small team, even more critical to make sure that your agent
yeah, I want to make sure this is good for them. Yeah.
every single buyer is on a search. You need to have your
Hmm.
team agents on. That's got to be a standard. Okay,
Hmm.
let's get another aha. Let's go. Not all at once. I'm impatient. All right, Holly smiled first. Go, Holly. What's your aha?
I'm walking really good.
What?
I'm walking really good.
You're walking really good?
Mhm.
What's your aha from today? What did you learn?
From today, I would say it is go back and look at everything and make sure it is definitely reorder business cards, that type of thing. Not necessarily because I hate mine, but because I've been running low and I wasn't paying too much attention to that. And
Perfect.
to just audit everything while there is a lot of traffic going on right now.
You're
Hmm.
too funny. I just ordered new business cards last week.
I literally ordered them yesterday.
Yeah, that's too funny. Yeah, I was just like getting low. Um, Ramil, what did you take from today? What's an aha that you can share with the group?
Yeah, so mine's probably going to be just the social media stuff, just being cohesive. Like there's a few, I would say probably maybe three uh platforms that I use pretty regularly, but it is kind of just like you kind of go with whatever the vibe is of the platform. And it's not, I don't think you could really say, okay, what I get here is what you're going to get there. So as far as names, content, things like that, I know I need to step it up there.
Love it. Mike, what did you take away or what you got to add?
So earlier, just before our group, I was in Will Draper's uh, group. I don't know if you're familiar with him. And he had a real simple like video short that you can record as far as like a buyer need, a specific city, some parameters on the search, what you're looking for. If they're cool with it, you say their name, not necessarily last name, but they're John and Melissa or whoever, and run it on Google because you can zoom in on like the not demographics, but the location,
Mhm.
and just let it run for a month. And it's easy to do. It's looking for potential sellers. It also, in his details, he talks about, a way to put in there for buyers as well.
Wait,
So
can you give me an example? I'm a little lost.
so it would be like, hey, I've got a couple, they have two young boys. They're looking for over 1,700 square feet in insert city. They'd like room for a pool. If you know anybody that has a property like that, or you yourself might, click on the word or, comment down below or shoot me a DM or scan the QR. And then, or if you would like to find something like that. So that's the buyer pool.
So you put that in Google?
Well, no, you do it on YouTube as a short.
Oh, got it, got it, got it, got it. Got it. Sorry, that's where I got disconnected. Got
Yeah, so yeah, so like I mean, unless it's a real
That's
broad
cool.
area, I mean, Facebook's 15 miles, but
Yeah,
on
yeah, that's awesome.
YouTube you can zoom in like within a pretty tight radius of where you want to market and just let it run on auto as far as update it every month or so, or every so often.
Love
And
that.
it was like
Oh,
just a simple like I could do that right now.
yeah.
You know what I
And
mean? Versus having to call my videographer and like just
yeah,
so.
to pin that
Are
post
you
to
are
your
you
topic.
running that as an ad?
I'm not running anything yet. He was just going over this as a strategy. But yeah, you would put some money behind it to, get those impressions. I don't know as far as I'm not an expert on YouTube videos, but I've run them before where I got a ton of exposure based on the first 3 seconds or whatever. Where if they don't skip or if they skip so soon that you don't really pay for it, but you get that impression.
That
So
is awesome. I love that tip.
yeah, it was like super simple. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. It's such an easy one because there's so many videos I have in my head that I want to shoot, but it's like I got to call my videographer, I got to find a place to shoot and this and that. And this was just like a simple,
That's super
hey,
simple.
I've got this. So that was an aha from Will Draper earlier this morning.
Way to pull in another aha. I love that. That's amazing. Thanks, Mike. You the man. Okay, so who here is not signed up for the challenge yet?
I think
Anyone?
we have a couple. I think we have 3 or 4 people maybe.
Okay, so this is a portion where we're just going to ch quickly chat about what's coming up the pipeline. Sandy, you want me to hand the ball off to you?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just have maybe 1 or 2 people are on here that aren't signed up yet. Yeah, so we're in the final countdown. Super excited. We've got just a few weeks before we get started. We are working diligently on the back end with all of January's content, building out all of the challenges and Sisu, all of that kind of stuff. So basically, just a little bit about the challenge. If you're not on here, those of you who are, you kind of have a preface, but it's good to hear it again. It is a 10-month coaching program. This is, I will say, um, self-directed, self-motivated with our high direction. Okay. So what it includes is we're gonna have 10 months, we're gonna have 10 different lead pillars, listing focused lead pillars that we are gonna focus on. We're gonna help you dial in how to do the best for these leads, how to find these leads in this category, how to communicate with them, the scripts, the drip campaigns, building out a system of operation or a SOP, system of procedures for you and your business, how you run. That will be run as a course that you'll have a little daily nugget to kind of add to the course preparation. And hopefully in the 30 days, you've got a fully built out SOP system that is now just kind of on autoplay. We've got master coaches that are coming in to speak from the industry. We've been doing some posts about that, but some of our we actually had to stop asking people to talk because they all were saying yes. I expected everyone to say, I can't really do it or pay me to do it. And everyone was like, yeah, whatever you need, whatever you need. And so our list is filled up. I finally stopped asking people because we're going to get to the point where we have so many people, so many master speaker calls that like you're going to miss them. And I don't want you to miss them. And so we have master speakers coming in. I mean, everyone from Bill Pipes to Tristan Amata. He runs Lab Coat Agents. We've got Jimmy Mackin, very, very big in the listing side of the world on a lot of great platforms. We just have incredible people coming in to give us kind of some data, what works best for them. We're gonna have weekly calls, so we will have regular weekly calls. I believe this is the time slot. We've trained you already to be here on Tuesdays, so we're going to continue with you here on Tuesdays, so you don't have to move your calendar around very much.
Kelly, you're
And
so
huh?
Kelly's so funny. She's dropping her affiliate link in the chat. What a savage. That's
You
that,
guys,
Well played,
Kelly
Kelly.
is
Well
savage.
played.
that's how you know she's been around Sandy too long. What a gangster.
Oh, she hijacks every one of my posts with her link. So carry on. Competition has begun on affiliates with that Kelly. She's
That's
ready to
too
go
funny.
after it. Love it. We'll have weekly coaching calls. These will be consistent of health and wellness, uh, learning, mental, all the things, not just real estate, but you as a whole human being. We will be talking to you about everything. We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to celebrate each other. We're going to get each other through really hard times, difficult markets, tough negotiations. We're going to be here like we're literally a team of people. We're going to be like, I was talking about that to somebody. I said, my gosh, this is like having a virtual team because like this is the culture. We're creating a community and we're here to really push each other in a beautiful competitive way. For those of you who are hyper competitive, Kelly, uh, we are going to have monthly leaderboards. So ultimately, we are striving to take the most listings signed in 10 months. However, if you're in a market where you're just like, that's just bonkers, I don't care how hard I work, it's probably not going to happen. The numbers just aren't there. We're going to have monthly ways to kind of challenge you in some different ways, get you on different leaderboards. We're going to have some incentivized things to kind of help motivate you. So it won't get boring. It will change up every month. We want to keep it fun and fresh and exciting so that you all stay the whole time because at the end of the day, you're going to get a shit ton of listings and that's what you're here for. That's what we're all here for. So that's what it's about. It's a very easy buy-in for those of you who aren't in. It's $99 a month. I don't even know. Just stop drinking Starbucks. I'm sure there's something you can cut out for $99 a month. But if you really want to get baller and savage, you also become an affiliate. So for every person you get to sign up with your link, you get $99. So you get 10 people to sign up. Your challenge is ultimately for free, which is crazy. The platforms that we're going to use are if you came into this call through our community portal event calendar. That is where all of our communication is going to live. All the courses, all of our discussions, all of the recordings, everything will live in that space. The leaderboard and tracking of all your metrics and KPIs in order to keep you on track with your pipeline and your productivity, that is all going to be living in the Sisu platform. If you don't use it, you will be using it for the challenge. We'll also be running a couple trainings. They're in the calendar. So once you sign up, you'll see we have 2 calls with Sisu just to make sure we get you logged in. You get moved around a little bit in there. You kind of are comfortable with how that's going to work come January 1. And if you're in there already, you're able to start functioning in it. So feel free to play with it, use it. Anything you're doing right now won't count towards the challenge, but it is a good practice time for you to get in there and just kind of mess around the capabilities of it at your leisure as well. So we just have the 2 platforms to live in and to celebrate everyone in, and it's going to be super fun. And you get Ryan and Danny and I as your coaching team. We all bring different things to the table. We're in different markets. We have different experiences. We have different personalities. Some of them wouldn't put on the red silky shorts to do the cute video yesterday. They're probably really happy they don't live close, or those guys would have been in shiny shorts and tube socks along with me in that video. If you didn't see it, it was kind of hysterical. So we will, but we're also doing this challenge with you. We are all also going to be in competition with each other, with you, helping to lift you and pull you and push you. And you're also in exchange going to be motivating us to show up and do what we need to do as good examples as your leaders. So it's going to be a win-win-win for everyone. One of the biggest things that I am so excited about is at the end of this challenge to look at the data on what we actually accomplish as a group, we are going to be so blown away with the numbers and the volume that we're able to do together. Like that, I think that is my ultimate, like just to see what we're able to accomplish when we
You
as a
know,
group are here.
you know what I'm really looking forward to? Everyone keeps talking about how bad this market is, right? Everyone keeps saying that.
Oh,
Everyone. We see realtors bailing out left and right. Genuinely, I'm certain I'm going to make more money next year than I've ever made in my entire
oh,
career. And I
100%.
literally can't wait to do that and then show everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's not because I want to show off at all. It's just because I want to show the market. I want to show the agents in the market that no matter
Yeah.
the market, no matter how down your transaction count is as a whole across the country,
Mm-hmm.
down 35%, something like that, um, that you can thrive. Like we can thrive in any market. It's just a matter of effort, systems, accountability, strategy, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really looking forward to. Like I'm looking forward to another really hard year of real estate, and I'm looking forward to kicking butt in that really hard year.
Yeah. I'm looking for it to be challenging but rewarding because I think the last couple years it's been challenging, but not as rewarding as we would have hoped. And so that's my promise to you is that I will make sure that I promise you that you will have all the tools and resources to make it incredibly rewarding. But I can't pick up the phone for you. I'm not going to be able to do the work for you. That you're going to have to bring that to the table. We will bring you the tools. We will bring you the resources, but you will have to equally bring your abilities and your execution to it all, and it's going to be amazing.
Woo!
Super excited. I think everybody on the call, maybe Jennifer. I was trying to scrub names just to see. Courtney, I'm not sure if I don't know if you've signed up yet. I know you're in the chat. I have to look. I have to see. But I know I've known Courtney for a while. Okay, she just did. Cool. And
Let's
Jennifer,
take
I think
quick
Jennifer, not that
action.
we're attacking you, Jennifer, in any way, shape, or form, but please feel FOMO. We want you. You're here. We want we want you to be a part of what we're growing. I don't know if we have our first, I can't remember who our first registration was, but I was like, man, they just clicked the link and did it. They didn't even know what they were clicking. You all at least have like some preface and some context now around what actually is happening.
Here's the thing. If you simply took action on what I just coached you on today, that's it. Just today from our free fireside chat. If you just took action on everything that we discussed today, or even just one of the things, actually, you could do two of those things. You could do your bank audit, which will guarantee make you more than $1,000 over the next 10 months, 100%. If you just implement the one thing I talked about, where you go audit your bank account, you make sure that everything's functioning in the way you want to do it. I'll
I
even
bet you can find $99 a month in there.
100%. That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
$100,000.
Like if you just implement that one thing, you're going to find money.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
just made you money, and I will do that. I promise you, I will do that for you every single week that you show up. I promise.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that IDX search strategy, by the way, which every single buyer goes on a search, that will make you money too. Because over the lifespan of your career, you won't lose as many buyers. So
Yeah, I
these are the
agree.
strategies we're going to talk about and kick butt and take names. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm coming off my stool for the day. I got to go
I
prospect.
love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Before we jump off, we'll give you 15 minutes back. We don't want to make these forever and ever and ever and just drag them on. We just want to be here to help give you value on those 6 deliverables, kind of some action audits that Danny gave you today. If everybody's clear on those, we'll give you the 15 minutes to go maybe execute some of those. Okay, those in the group, I do know we have another call tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got a call. I think it's our first CSU training. That's at 1 o'clock Central. That is our next call that we have tomorrow. So please, we'll have 2 of those pre-challenge. So please try to at least get on one of the 2 on your calendar. They are different links. So please try to get at least one of the 2. We just want to make sure you're in, you're functioning, there's no issues. Sisu for Hope that's asking, I believe that you signed up. Your name's familiar, so I'm pretty sure you're in. You should have filled out a form to sign up for Sisu. It's free. They're gifting us Sisu platform. You can even just Google it if you want to read a little bit more about it. It's all there. But you'll have that platform for your use during the challenge. I guarantee if you don't have it already, you're gonna love it. And just want it anyway. And if you already are in Sisu, all you have to do is just fill out that form. Still, just click on I already use Sisu. And we just want to make sure, because you'll only have to just keep using it the way you used it. You won't ever have to come into any other login. Your information that we need will automatically just transfer over it. You are going to get to keep Sisu for the months that you are in this challenge. So if you're signed up for 10 months, you will have it for 10 months. Yeah. I do believe, however, like you're going to love it and you're probably going to continue it. But my thing is like, just kind of hang with it with us giving it to you for the first 10 months, unless there's products in there that you really feel you want to start tapping into on your own, then we can get you with the Sisu team and make sure that you are into more of a paid version where you'd have a lot more access to some things. But we're giving you exactly what you need to run this challenge at no extra cost.
Woo.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, there's Jennifer's face. Hi, Jennifer. She finally came off. And Courtney came off too. Hi, girl. All right. And is it be recorded in the community? Yes. All of our calls are always recorded in the community. Once you jump into the community, on the left-hand side, you're going to see channels if you're on it from your desktop. In those channels, you will see our Fireside Chat recordings and also any other recordings we do that aren't public facing that we'll do strictly inside. Once we get started, will also be recorded there. They all live on a YouTube channel, but we've got links there, or you can just go to 0100 listing challenge on YouTube and we're all there. So if you have any questions, just shoot me a message and I'm responding to all of you all the time. So if you can't find it, just ping me. Yeah, Jennifer.
Question. Yeah, I jump in here. I haven't signed up yet because I wanted to clarify the schedule. So you said the calls will be weekly every Tuesday at this
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And then it's $99 a month. I'm just curious, like why is it so cheap?
Because we want as many. I know. Thank you. I will be completely transparent. Our original discussion was $1,000 a month.
That's
our
more
original
like
discussion.
how it should
Yeah.
be usually.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I like thank you for saying that. But our goal, when we really looked at our goal, we
Mhm.
wanted to help as many people as possible. We didn't want the financial aspect of this to be a heavy burden. We wanted it to be an easy buy-in, and to get as help, because our goal is to help as many agents as possible. Yeah. So,
Okay.
and we were honored and blessed with Sisu, who's giving us the platform. So we had sponsors that were able to provide us opportunities to not have that charge have to pass through to anybody. So it is our gift to you. I know it's weird, but it should be $1,000 a month, if
Yeah.
not more.
So are there additional investments that we should be preparing for in the coming
No,
10
ma'am.
months?
We are going to give you everything you need. We will have suggestions, opportunities, affiliate links, resources. We'll have some discounts for you as we go along in different topics. You do not have to invest in them in order to stay in the challenge. We're doing this as organically and cleanly and naturally as possible without for you to be able to be successful. But we will be offering and providing you options if you feel you want something more or want to get into something that maybe makes your load a little easier. We'll be sharing those with you, but not a requirement.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you can sign up on Kelly's link because there you go. She's the only one who's sending her affiliate link. And like we said earlier, you'll also get a link like Kelly and everyone else, so that if you do want to invite your friends and get them on board, you can make a little money yourself. You're the only one that makes money on the affiliate. We don't make it. So it's just a gift that keeps giving. So yeah, but we would love to see you, Jennifer. We would love to see you in there. All right, I think that's it. Do we have any other questions? I want to make sure everybody feels like they're leaving today with good value and all their answers. Beautiful.
All right.
That's it. Let's call it a day. We'll see you, some of you on the Sisu training tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.